Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Alina and today I'm going to be talking about 10 things I wish I knew before I even scheduled a BBL. Now, I know it's been a while since I posted, and it's because I wanted to give you guys the best information I possibly could, so I filmed this around my 3-month mark. I tried to film this around my 6 weeks, but I know my thoughts and opinions were going to change drastically over this amount of time. So today marks my 3 months and 5 days, and I'm going to be sharing everything I still believe from what I thought 6 weeks and just more information on what I still believe is true. So let's get started because this video is going to be jam-packed with information. Now, just a side note, if I sound really breathy, I apologize. I am wearing my faja right now, which is super tight like a corset, so I do get a little breathless every now and then. But jump starting into this video, the most important tip, my number one tip, if you're going to take away anything from this video, is that you should join a Facebook group. I say this is the most important for 2 reasons. Number one being that it is just a plethora of knowledge. It is incredible the amount of information that you have at your fingertips. Any question that you have will be answered within like 2 to 5 minutes. And you can also search through the group for your question and it will most likely have already been answered, even years ago. And it's really nice not to have to like contact your doctor, your nurse for a simple question when you can just ask the girls who are experienced, they've been through this, so it's nice to have that. And then the second reason, which is I think honestly the most important reason, is that if you're someone who doesn't have a support system, even if you do have a support system, it's nice to have a bunch of girls backing you up, rooting for you for this procedure. Body positivity is a huge thing. The surgery girls are just so non-judgmental. They know what you're going through, the pain that you feel about not having the body that you want every day, and it's just things that people who don't have surgery will just not understand. And luckily for me, my whole family, my friends, my significant other has been so supportive, through everything. But it's heartbreaking seeing these girls talking about, their significant others putting them down for this, their family not supporting them. And it's honestly just really heartbreaking to hear all the time. And so it's nice to have just a group of girls who are there for you, throughout the whole entire process, even all the way up until that, minute of your surgery. Like, girls are on there all the time, and it's just nice to have that support system. Even if you already do have a support system, it's nice to just have that. Now, the second tip for this video is there's no need to overpack. I am so guilty of this. I went all out. I got everything that I could get on the list of things that you could get. And trust me, besties, I will be making a video about what you should get versus what you shouldn't get. It should be out in the next 2 weeks. I apologize for the delay, but yeah, there's really no need to overpack. Now, number 3 is whether or not you should get this in the States versus out of the States. And I say this, if you're in America versus in the country versus out of the country. So I bring this up as one of the tips because it is important to know a lot of girls do get this out of the country, and it is a lot more dangerous if you get it out of the country. The reason why is that in the United States, there is a limit about 4 to 5 liters, depending on which state you get this procedure done. You can only get 4 to 5 liters of fat out, versus out of the country where you just have almost no limit. They can, make your body the way you want it first go, but you also have to keep in mind it is more dangerous that way. There is a limit of 4 to 5 liters for a reason, and 5 liters being 11 pounds of fat. Now, the second reason why people get it out of the country is that it's also about 2 to 3 times cheaper. So my surgery alone was about $7,000, and with recovery it was about $13,000. versus, you know, out of the country, which is you're probably paying a grand total of $4,000. That's it. Please keep in mind of your research. Please do your research. You know, it might be cheaper, but is it worth risking your life? Now, number 4 is that BBL is for reshaping your body. It is not for weight loss. So if you're just trying to lose weight for this is not the way to do it. You know, you should really get down to your goal weight and then get the surgery done, because you also have to keep in mind that you'll be gaining weight after the surgery, most likely. Everyone's different, but I want to say like 99% gains weight, and you should gain weight because you want to maximize your results. And when I say gain weight, please don't gain more weight than 10 pounds. I have gained 20 pounds within this 3 months, and a lot of it has gone to other places like arms, face, you know, everywhere else that you didn't get surgery done. But I want to say 10 pounds is the sweet limit. And keep in mind, doctors aren't miracle workers. If you're being realistic, you're not going to get your desired looks within the first round. A lot of the vixen girls you see on social media have had 2 rounds. Please do not get confused. They do get more than 1 round. And also another note with this is that a lot of girls tend to book their procedure and then they're like, oh, I'm just gonna lose the weight within this. But you know, when you get to the actual, you know, date, they didn't lose that weight, and then they're scrambling and do all these bad diets and fasting, which you don't want to fast before a procedure. It's just not healthy, and most likely you'll just gain all that weight back and ruin a lot of your results. I do want to note that before my surgery, I did lose 20 pounds over about an 8-month period. So I did lose it steadily. The issue I'm having now is that I didn't prepare for gaining weight. And so just eating whatever I want has been something I'm not used to. And so going back to the way I was about trying to lose weight is a little harder now. So please keep in mind, you should try gaining 10 pounds, but don't go crazy overboard. Now, tip number 5 is that this is not for the broke girls. This is not for the broke boys. This is not for the broke. This is an expensive procedure. Like I said, my procedure was $7,000, but in reality, I probably spent about $13,000. And so there's just a lot of hidden costs that you don't think of. Even 3 months post-op, I'm still getting drainage massages, still paying for drainage massages. So, you know, just keep in mind that if you're just thinking, oh, this is just the amount for the surgery, it is not that way. If you want to look at one of my previous videos, I did do how much a BBL actually costs, although I would still add about $1,000 to $2,000 more because there's a lot of hidden costs. Now, number 6 for this video is how long is recovery and how long should you take off of work. So I took 1 week off and I had 1 week work from home. So I know a lot of girls don't really have the option of how much time they can take off, but this is for the girls who can. Please, a minimum of 3 weeks. I say this because driving is an absolute pain. If you have someone to drive you around, that is a lot better and a lot easier, but for me, I had to drive myself, and it is a pain. You are wearing your faja, and before 3 weeks, you're just like compressed and your body is just not having it. So I want to say a minimum of 3 weeks is the absolute perfect time. And just know that full recovery is between 6 months to a whole year. And a lot of people say, you know, it's basically up to that year. Like, this is called a journey for a reason. It's not just, you know, get this surgery and be healed right away, get the desired looks. Like, no, this is a lot of post-op work. Like, the surgery is only a second, but the work after is really what gets it done. And so even revisions aren't allowed. Like, you cannot apply for revisions until 3 months post-op because doctors know that your body is constantly changing and that, you know, you can't have that desired look within just a month of being done with surgery. And also, I should note that 1 month post-op, you will get to your smallest. So your butt will shrink, but then it'll grow again. It will grow again, but girls freak out, and I freaked out because no one talked about how much you lose. You lose about 50% from day one. So from day one to day 30, I lost about 50% of my butt, and it's almost, your brain's like, oh, did I even get a procedure done? You do. When you look at your old photos, you are humbled, but you know, in that time span, you know, 50%, half your butt is gone. You freak out a little bit, but please don't worry, it does come back. All right, number 7 is going to the bathroom. Oh my goodness, it's such a hassle. This is part of the reason why I say take a minimum of 3 weeks off of work, because you know, that is the most critical time to keep your faja on, and you know, having to take it off and put it back on at work, it's just annoying. And I have hooks all the way down my faja. It's like the one that hooks, and so it's just so annoying. And you know, I tried taking my portable urinal at work, and it's messy, it's gross, it's just, no, you don't want to deal with that. So again, take a minimum 3 weeks off, and just know that it is a hassle going to the bathroom. Also, definitely get 2 BBL pillows. So I went through Mia Aesthetics, of course, and I got the BBL pillow from Mia, but I will link which one I purchased for, you know, just sitting and for driving, because the BBL pillow from Mia is not comfortable, so I use that one solely for the bathroom. Now, number 8 is finding a local drainage massage therapist, and I specifically wanted to say that find one for the BBL. I found one for just, you know, someone who does lipo, and then later I found one who does BBL, and it's a night and day difference, so it does matter who you go to. So please find one who can do wood therapy, cavitation, you know, the works. I'm also hearing about metal therapy, not 100% sure what that is, but the more knowledgeable your massage therapist is, the better. And please note that I say massage therapist, but I should really be saying drainage therapist, because it is not like a typical relaxing massage. It is to get your fluids out. Number 9 is the quick tip. It's something I kind of regret, is that please book this during the fall and winter time. I was dying in the summer heat because I got this in July 19th, you know, there's prime heat, and the lipofoams are, you know, so hot, and then you have your faja that like allows almost no air to get through, so it is just so warm. I had to keep ice packs with me, like at work, like around my neck, like around my head, like putting it everywhere. Like, it was just not a fun time, and that's why driving was also worse. So if you're gonna do this, please do it towards the fall and winter time. Now, number 10 is probably gonna be the most controversial to anyone who watches this, and it's that every doctor has different recommendations, and it is really to go off of what your body is asking for and what it needs. So for example, my doctor said I shouldn't even be sitting with a BBL pillow until 3 months. 3 months of just pure not sitting on anything except when I'm driving. That is ridiculously hard, and you'll notice when you have this procedure that you have to sit. You have to sit in order to get your butt to fluff and to get that volume and stretch and heal better. And again, this is going against doctor's orders, but it is really what your body needs and doing what your body tells you. So you'll get a feel for it. You can ask the girls on the Facebook page when it's okay. Like, I believe you're not supposed to switch to your stage 2 until at least like 3 weeks, but a lot of girls do it within a week. I had to do it within a week because they put me in a really large stage 1, which was giving me almost no compression. So every person is different, and it's really important to know that you need to follow what your body does and not freak out. One thing I will note that is to not sit before 3 weeks. That is still the most critical time period. So do everything in your best possible capabilities to not sit for the 3 weeks because you want to make sure the fat that transfers survives. I see a lot of girls sitting before that and they get dents in their butts because that's how their butt formed, and then they wonder what happened, and that's what happened. So just please know, and obviously it's not just, you know, sitting one time, hitting your butt one time isn't going to affect your butt, but you know, constantly doing it for weeks is just going to shape your butt in a way that you don't want. For me, I was pretty good and I didn't sit until 6 weeks, I want to say, and that is with the BBL pillow. And then I want to say 2 months is when I started sitting with my boppy, and 2.5 months is when I just started sitting, and I do it in very small increments, about 15 minutes, because it's still really painful to sit. The chair I'm sitting in now has a lot of cushion, so I'm not sitting on anything, but it's like sitting on a boppy already. Okay, and now lastly, here are my results. Alright, thank you guys for watching my video. I hope this has been super helpful, and I want to say that I would do this procedure again a million times over. It has really given me the confidence that I've always dreamed about, and it's really done wonders for me. And so for any girls who are out there feeling the same exact way of, you know, knowing deep in your heart that this is the procedure that you want to get done and that this will get you to where you want to be, I highly recommend it. I highly suggest it. And please, no negativity. Everyone's body is different. This is just your own way of having your own body positivity. A lot of girls have struggles with, you know, finding what's right for them, but there are those girls who just know that this is the way they want to go. So please be mindful of everyone, and please mind your own business when it comes to it. So if this video has been helpful, please like and subscribe. It does help me out a lot, and it helps me to know whether or not these videos are helpful. If you have any questions, please comment below and I will try to answer any and all of them. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next week.